Today, we're going to talk about someone who changed the way we think about computers and phones. Do you know who I'm talking about? That's right. Steve Jobs. Welcome back to Facts4u. Let's dive into his amazing journey. Steve Jobs was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco, California. His mother name is Joanne Schiebel and father name is Abdul Fattah Jandali. However, he was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs shortly after his birth. Paul worked as a mechanic, and Clara was an accountant. Steve often said they were the reason he developed an interest in electronics and mechanics. Steve grew up in a place called Silicon Valley, which is famous for being home to many technology companies. He was always interested in electronics and gadgets. While in high school, Steve met a guy named Steve Wozniak, also known as Woz. They became great friends because they both loved electronics. After high school, Steve went to Reed College in Oregon but dropped out after just 6 months. He said he didn't want to waste his parents' money on classes that didn't interest him. He stayed at Reed College for a while, slept on friends' floors, and only went to the classes he liked, like calligraphy. In 1976, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak decided to start their own company. They called it Apple Computer, Inc. They worked out of Steve's garage and built their first computer, the Apple I. It was a huge success, and they sold it for $666.66. The next year, they released the Apple II, which was a big hit and made Apple a household name. In 1984, Apple launched the Macintosh computer, which was the first successful personal computer with a graphical user interface. This means people could use a mouse and click on icons instead of typing commands. It was a game changer. But things weren't all good at Apple. Steve had some disagreements with the company's board of directors, and in 1985, he was forced to leave the company he co-founded. In 1991, Steve married Lorene Powell, whom he met at Stanford University during a lecture. They were together until his death and had 3 children, Reed, Aaron, and Eve. Lorene was deeply involved in several philanthropic efforts and educational initiatives. After leaving Apple, Steve started a new company called Next. Next built powerful computers for business and education, but they were too expensive for most people. Around the same time, Steve bought a small computer graphics division from filmmaker George Lucas. This company would later become Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar created some of the most loved animated movies, like Toy Story and Finding Nemo. In 1997, Apple was struggling and needed help. The company decided to buy Next, and Steve Jobs returned to Apple as the CEO. He brought new ideas and energy, and Apple began to create amazing new products. The iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad were all launched under Steve's leadership. Each product was unique and changed the way we use technology every day. The iPod was introduced in 2001 and was a huge hit. It allowed people to carry thousands of songs in their pockets. Steve also introduced iTunes, a place where people could buy and download music easily. This changed the music industry forever. In 2007, Steve introduced the iPhone, which combined a phone, a music player, and a computer all in one device. It had a touch screen and was easy to use. The iPhone revolutionized the way people communicate and access information. Today, it's hard to imagine life without smartphones. In 2010, Steve announced the iPad, a tablet computer that was perfect for browsing the web, reading books, watching movies, and playing games. The iPad was another hit and showed the world how versatile technology could be. Sadly, Steve's health started to decline. He was diagnosed with a type of cancer called pancreatic cancer in 2003. Even though he underwent a liver transplant in 2009, his health continued to worsen. In 2011, Steve resigned as CEO of Apple, saying he could no longer meet his duties. He passed away on October 5, 2011, at the age of 56. Steve received numerous awards and honors after his death, including the Grammy Trustees Award, and induction into the California Hall of Fame. Apple Park, the company's headquarters, was completed in 2017 and is a testament to his vision and commitment to innovation. After his death, Steve Jobs left a profound impact on technology, design, and entrepreneurship. He is remembered as a visionary and creative genius who reshaped multiple industries and changed the way we interact with technology. His ideas and products continue to inspire people and influence the world, with Apple remaining one of the most successful companies globally. Here are a few impactful quotes from Steve Jobs. "The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing facts.